Day 3 of what I'm predicting to be the end of mankind. I've met a stranger the night before. Wasn't the warmest greeting, but that might be something I'll have to get used to. Hearth people act civilized when there isn't any more civilization. After a rainy night, we gathered our belongings, filled our bellies with some stew we warmed over the stove, and set out, determined to find other survivors. Of course, that wasn't going to come without a fight.
We're on the right.
We pushed, slowly, up the main street, cautiously, but with no remorse, hacking at anything that got in our way. We started examining the surrounding buildings for any signs of life. That's when I noticed it. Someone had marked the ground with paint pointing in the direction of survivors.
I'm running, look out.
But before we made that push, we searched a hunting store that was once secured tightly with locked doors and grated windows, but zombies made short work of that. I changed into some clean clothes, and then I grabbed the shotgun I had found behind the counter. I don't plan on using it unless I have to, but I can't predict that time won't come.
What?
Upstairs was a chaos of packed furniture, piled up desperately along the walls. We were able to move some items aside and continue forth. We found what looked like a place someone may have been attempting to hold out in, but for whatever reason, it didn't work out.
Mechanics? Yep.
We decided to search the entire floor, just to be sure.
Damn.
The next room got a little bit hectic. After being confronted from the front, I heard moaning and footsteps approaching us from the hallway behind. My instinct said, close the door. I may have just doomed us. I ran my hands up and down the wall in search of a light switch, but it was hopeless. We just had to fight. Things settled and I managed to pull a lighter from my pocket, but now there was constant banging on the door. We both stood there, staring at the door, prepared for what was next.
Oh shit. Need a shotgun? Got him.
I quickly threw a piece of furniture into the doorway. It lasted only long enough for me to catch my breath.
Oh, what is it? Why are there so many in here? They're like coming.
We continued our search, but with little luck.
Room, I don't think we went in. That's the field coat.
I can say, I found one familiar face hidden away in one of the kitchens. We made our way back to the room, where we had begun. I was able to catch the end of a live news report. Apparently the military created containment zones trying to prevent the virus from spreading.
You'll see.
And they may even take to blowing up the bridges over Ohio River, completely closing off Knox County from the rest of the country. Great. With still more daylight to spare, we decided to keep moving. If it's as bad as they say it is, our best choice now would be to find a vehicle and get the hell out of here. After adventuring further up the road, we noticed a parking lot. 2 or 3 vehicles that looked to be in decent condition. pushed closer, leaving behind a trail of splattered blood and mangled corpses. The more practical of the three vehicles was in the worst shape. The Jeep had a fried battery and the engine was shot. The small two-seater, on the other hand, looked like it just rolled off the lot. And after finding a spare key in the glove box, the only thing we were missing was some fuel to get this bad boy running. With the sun setting and the weight of fatigue slowing us down, we decided to find a place to hunker down for the night. Then we'll set out for gas in the morning. We made our way down an alley and slid through an unlocked window, and after entering inside, we were quickly welcomed with open arms.
Generator and a bunch of zombies. Won't get over it.
With boarded windows and steel doors securing this position, surely we can hold out here for a night. I rummaged through the cabinets and the fridge for anything to compensate all those burnt calories, and then I sat with JT, where we shared stories of times before things went all to hell. As pleasant as it was to hear JT opening up for the first time, I was completely exhausted from today's events. And before I realized it, my body jerked itself awake. I must have dozed off. It felt like I had just closed my eyes, but I've been asleep for a couple hours now. I look around, there's no sign of JT. Perhaps he went out to the vehicle? I step outside, and the cold chill of the night air wraps itself around my skin. It's dark, but I move forward, trying to peer through the shadows. There's still no JT. Or so I thought. My heart sinks. That's him. Or was him. This is the second time now I've had to go through this. One moment, feeling confident and hopeful, and then the next, defeated and alone. I don't know why JT had left after I'd fallen asleep. Was he already bit? And he left, knowing he was about to turn? Or was he just going to use the bathroom, get some fresh air, and he got jumped? I'll never know. But another day passes, and again I question my survival. Why me? What is my purpose here? For a moment, my mind tells me to stop and give up. Just sit here and let fate do its job. I force those thoughts away. I won't go that easy. No, this story isn't over yet.